Okay, we are live tonight on JACKSTAND Church. This is our live stream podcast that we do every week on Sunday night. Appreciate you guys for stopping in. If you're listening afterwards, make sure you hit me up in the comments. Leave me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing or joining the channel. I appreciate all my members, guys in green, right here. Whoop. I don't think my audio is correct. So give me a moment here. Let me figure this out real quick. Let me see if this is better. Trying to get it right. No. Yep. Testing. I mean, there we go. I think I got it right. Yes, sir. All right, here we go. So what we're talking about tonight is, some of the best builds that have aged over time. Let me go ahead and pause. I think that's still bad, huh? Okay, what we're talking about tonight is is some of the mods, from mild to wild, what builds aged the best. And I got a whole nice little live stream set up for you guys. I appreciate you guys for stopping in, like I had mentioned, but let me get this audio right real quick before we take off again. I don't know why seems like it sounds like rap. Does it sound pretty good to you guys, or does it sound real staticky? Okay, maybe I'm just too close to the mic. I don't know. We'll go with it. Let's roll. What's up, Pip? Good to see you. Broken tool in the house. Yep, there we go. I was just too close to the mic. All right, here we go. So we got a whole live stream set up tonight for we're talking about builds from mild to wild. Like it's kind of one of the things that triggered it this past weekend was like the T5 stuff that we're doing here with Dad's car. I mean, we're talking about Foxbody builds that are actually stand like in parts that have stand the test of time. Everybody loves horsepower, but what are some of the wildest combos? And we're gonna kick a few of them off. I got a list of things we're gonna talk about. From this simple stock block stuff that we've built back in the 90s to even the Coyote swaps, LS swaps, whatever swaps you got going on here in 2026. I mean, there's some good combos to talk about. I like to get a little nostalgic with you guys because I'm an 80s and 90s kid, and we grew up with we didn't grow up with a whole lot. Put it that way. I mean, we had to go to the junkyard digging, and that's where we get all our we got a lot of our content on the channel was making stock parts work, and that's kind of where we're going tonight with my we had this good T5 video for the most part. You guys see where we're going in the direction of Dad's car. I could have put a TKX in it. I could have put it in for pits, but you know what? I wanted to give one more pass on that transmission of broken dreams over there, and I wanted to get one more pass on it to see if it could get into the sixes in pretty much a pure street car, and it didn't quite make it. And if you guys didn't get a chance to check out the video, you'll know what I'm talking about. And next video is going to be building a 500 horsepower T5 and putting it in Dad's car and doing some street stuff. Have a little bit of fun with it. Anyway, that's what kind of tipped it off the whole. You got your stock block cruisers, your budget boosts, your big money boosts, stick shift cars, automatic car, Windsor swaps, modern swaps, thousands of horsepower here, 300 horsepower there. We're talking about everything from mild to wild tonight. So let me know what kind of combos you guys think maybe stood the test of time the best. And we're going to get into some. We're going to get, we're going to kick it off with pretty much stock stuff. So, anyways, before I get started, we will be doing a transmission waffle on the Book of Faces this week at some point. I got about 3 transmissions to build, but it'll be probably end of the week or so. So be looking for that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out Neomustangs on Facebook. That's where we do our waffle stuff, and I like to mention that stuff here on chat when we get started. So again, check out that join button, become a member. It's the green chat, the green names in the chat, whether it's for a month, 6 months, a year. I appreciate everybody who's been with us for so long. So anyways, big shout out to Tremec, McLeod, Stiflers, Hanlon Motorsports, Team Z, McLeod Clutches, just to name a few. And I appreciate y'all for being part of the channel. Anyway, my car has been built from junkyard and other parts, no doubt. 306 stock block, small cam bolt-ons, everyday drivers. So that's kind of where we're going with this, man. We're gonna kick right into it. A true street combo. It's like we talk about it and we're all about it, but like true street combo. This is the car you can jump in, right? And get nostalgic with you. This is a car that doesn't have a whole lot of. I mean, it has the bolt-ons it needs to have to drive down the damn street without really getting into a tune factor. You drive it to work, you drive it to a cruise-in, doesn't need a laptop, doesn't need a trailer. This is your true street combo. We're talking stock block 302. I mean, when we start getting into builds that have stood the test of time, and that's pretty much, the build, what builds have lasted the ages, that stock block 302 is still kicking around, and it's still one of the most reliable engines that we can put in this Foxbody. Period. You start getting into what we did with Project Hot Wheels. Like we just took a budget. I mean, we built 2 turbo kits like through other parts that we've had here on the channel with Project Hot Wheels, and we did it with Dad's car. So they're kind of a similar type of build. We didn't buy a brand new turbo kit. Not that that's a wrong answer, but I just had extra parts, right? So we just took a stock motor that we rebuilt here on the channel with Project Hot Wheels, and we made it into a 10-second street car, and it was probably one of the cooler builds that we've ever had on the channel. We did a lot of shit with like nothing, with just stock parts. But again, true street cruiser combo. You can get in and drive. That's kind of where we dialed it back from 1,000 horsepower that the black car used to make, the GT, and we just got to the point to where you have all these cars on the channel, and you guys can relate to having too many projects, right? And we we dialed the black GT back to, be this type of car. And we're going to talk about Windsor swaps a little bit later in one of the other bullets. But yeah, man, that's stood the best test of time, man. Stock 302s, and I keep telling everybody, the resto mods are making a comeback. Where if you're going to go buy a Foxbody, find a Foxbody, and you want to get into the genre. Leave it. I mean, don't even mod it. I mean, if it runs and drives, it's stock right to the airbox. Leave it alone. I mean, I love combos like that. There's something to be said about that. If you found a Foxbody that was pretty much pure stock, I mean, there's not a whole lot of those running around anymore. So, what's up, 905 Travis? Let me get back here in the chat. Sorry about that, folks. Pimp in the house. Can't wait to see your. Yeah, man, I can't wait. I've been wanting to build this unit, and what he's talking about is the G-force behind us. I've been wanting to build this for a long, long time. Let's go. I'm out in my 91. I like it, man. I like it. Raspy said, does the audio sound too good now? Audio sound good, right? Sounds good, don't it? But pure stock is boring. No, it's I get it. But we'll keep moving with it. It sounds good, or does it sound too raspy? Are we too high? Like as far as like the volume. Turn it down. Sounds good. Okay. Sometimes this mic likes to cut out, like I told you, and I need to really just get a microphone and just put another microphone in here instead of using this one. Could not be stock. So, anyways, mild cam. So when you start getting into like the street cruiser, you start getting back into the GT40 heads and the GT40 intake, which we've had here on the channel for a number of years. Mild cam, stock cam with 172 rockers, hell of a cheat. 5-speed AOD. is a clean 300 horsepower Foxbody more enjoyable than a 700 horsepower headache? I mean, I don't know. It depends on kind of how, like my 700 horsepower wasn't really a headache, but it did require a little bit of maintenance. You start getting into, questions like that. You know what I mean? If I would have broke my T56 back here, I would have probably been out 3 months. I mean, Liberty would have, they would have put me on a list to get my transmission fixed. The nice thing about the T5 is I could just fix it in a weekend. Matter of fact, we had another one in it, the very next week. We were testing one. So it's kind of nice to just, like I mentioned in the video, to be able to repair your own shit, but it's just stock parts. I like to push that shit as far as I can go. So G Gale, appreciate the $10 super chat. Looking forward to the 351 swap topic. That said, I have a 90 that's almost 100%. I have the fever to mod. So buy one to mod. I've never done a modified car that drives well. Going to a stock car is hard. Feeling a Tremec transmission shift and having 500 plus horsepower, man. And that's kind of where we're gonna head. We're gonna head to in this live stream. The next iteration from just a street cruiser where you're just jumping in it and driving it would be something that's like budget and boosted. We're talking like your entry level, V1. We're talking your P1SC Pro Charger, your on-3 turbo kit, little 7068 like we got on Dad's car. That combo is the regular, guy's garage stock block build, man. It's just like, I can't tell you enough how fun that shit is. And I understand that I can tune my own stuff. So there's a little bit of snag for some folks when it gets to that part. And tune is probably one of, if not the most important mod when you start getting into the little budget boot. It doesn't matter what, if it's budget or not, it's got to be one of your best mods, because if you got to be able to take your vision and make it all vivid. Does that make sense? It's a good metaphor. You got to be able to take your vision and make it all freaking work, all in one piece, as one unit. I don't know how many times in the past decades that I've been putting together shit before I started tuning, and just been trying to get away with locking timing and adjusting fuel pressure. That's what we did back in the 90s, man. That's what we did when we were trying to make power with a B trim, you know what I mean? Or a Powerdyne BD11A. Maybe an SN90, was it SN93? Was that what what was that, Paxton? What was that? It was old school, man. Old school stuff. FMUs, man. FMUs. Oh, I mean, we even did FMU on my dad's car, and it did pretty well, to be honest with you. But anyways, budget boosted, junkyard parts, just enough chaos to keep it exciting type of stuff. You know what I mean? Stood the test of time. My daily driver is in the 90s was a Capri 4-cylinder swap to an 88 302 roller. I bet you that was a hell of a way to enjoy. Hell of a car to enjoy. What's up, Sublime? Good to see you. 91 I am building is very close to stock. It's a seller. So the next person can do mods on him. There you go. I want to make sure I can beat the local Subaru. Now here, that's something to be said about that. Don't be lining your Foxbody up next to a Scat Pack or a Subaru all-wheel drive or something and getting taken to the next light, getting drugged. I think that's Fox bodies they just have that nostalgic aura. I don't know. Is that what these kids be saying now? It's aura. I don't know. My kid says that shit in the gym all the time. So these cars have just stood the test of time in general, like as a build as a whole. I mean, that could even go with the theme of the actual thumbnail. The Foxbody itself has stood the test of time. And everybody that sees one on the damn street, you know what I'm talking about. How many of y'all was driving your Foxbody, minding your damn business, right? And you look over, you look in the mirror, you know what I'm talking about. You look in the mirror and you see it coming. And you get that feeling in your chest. You know what I mean? You get that feeling of excitement. You're like, oh, all right. I'm about to put it to this guy. And it could be a Honda coming up in the rear view. It could be a Challenger or Charger. It could just be a truck with big ass tire. It could be anything. Like I don't know. I can't describe that feeling more than just to be like, excitement and smiles per gallon. And that's the stuff I'm talking about when we're driving these cars. You spend the money that you want to be, that you can afford, and enjoy the car the way your vision is. Don't make your car somebody else's vision, just because you've seen that shit on the internet. You know what I mean? You build it the way you want to build it. But how many times have you looked in the rear view and seen that shit coming? And it's exactly what Jim is saying right now. And you want to make sure that you have enough power to enjoy the car on the street without having too much maintenance versus getting drugged to the next red light with something that might be bought, not built, or something that doesn't serve the same purpose. It should, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yes, sir. Stock 302 with boost. It ain't no sense in doing HCI when you can throw. That's the build that we did with Project Hot Wheels. And that goes with the theme of what we're talking about tonight. That's type of build, I'm telling you, V1, B trim, P1 SC, on 3 turbo, the beginning newer stages. I mean, I think those kits were like $1,300 complete back in the day. But we built ours with spare parts that we had. I mean, that turbo, just like my dad's car, was built from like 3 other turbos. There's no sense in that shit. But you know what? You pulled out the Project Hot Wheels and you got drugged. Like, unless you were out on like a 4th of July weekend and, everyone brings their big hot rods out that make 1,000 horsepower. I'm talking about your standard street car. You know what I mean? Same with my dad's car. I'm pretty sure that we get this transmission in this car, my dad's going to have smiles per gallon for the rest of his life, as long as we don't keep breaking his shit. But the point is exactly that. You get that random local Subaru or Honda or Scat Pack or other Mustang. It could be Mustangs. It could be whatever. It's fun, man. Smiles per gallon. That's what I'm talking about, getting your shit out the jack stands. You want just enough power to have fun with it, or just enough power to keep it safe and not so chaotic, and more power enough to beat everyone to the next red light. Attention in the pits. Anyone have a T56 D&D conversion input? They were discontinued a long time ago. So Mark's looking for a T56 D&D conversion input shaft. I'm building a World War 351, fully forged assembly, 3-bar aluminum GT40 heads. It's going to be about 11-1. As a surprise gift to one of my best friends with nice. His truck ain't going to, I'm telling you, that's the truck I'm talking about. You know it's coming. You hear that shit. And it's got big old tires. There was a friend of mine. He's a local guy. I think he owns like a carpet store or something like that. And he was coming through town years ago. And this is when the Black GT was boosted, 363. And we were having a little bit of fun through town. He had a big tire. I don't even remember, like a Chevy. Was it an S10? I think it was an S10 with a nasty Chevy stroker in it. It sounded really good. But I heard his ass coming behind me, man. And just like I was talking about, smiles per gallon, brother. Smiles per gallon. That's going to be one. And that's the truck I'm talking about. That's the truck that he just mentioned that's got a nasty-ass motor in it. That's going to come skin your ass if you don't have your car right. Now, again, it's built within reason, right? Your vision or whatever, but I don't know. I love it. Going to be fun, that's for sure. See, that's why stock is hard. You need to be running 12s to keep on getting walked by a Golf GTI. I hope I ain't got no Volkswagens around here that run no 12s. I probably would know who they are, but yeah, there's some fast shit that's around here in my area that's hiding in these garages. I wish I did live in the South. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I wish I did live down there in the South where some of y'all live. I know it's a little bit crazy with the weather and stuff, but I mean, it ain't no damn better. It's been raining for like 10 days here. I can't do shit on the street. Everything's soaked up like a sponge. But we have fun anyway. We try to make as much content as we can, and when it starts to get warmer out, I mean, we got a transmission to build, then we got a transmission to go beat the shit out of this week in Dad's car. And 393 is coming right around the corner next week, just so y'all know. But I get it, man. Can't run 12s. I mean, you can, but one of my best friends had an 86 Capri that my dad, lifelong mechanic, rebuilt, bored 30 over with a Paxton. Man, that was a fun car. Man, it sounds like it was a fun car. Every time I would drive my car, somebody tried to race me. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Fox bodies have stood the test of time. And you can't go – it turns heads wherever it goes, whether it's a resto mod, just a resto car, or 1,000 horsepower. I'm trying to tell you. 88 GT 306 Ecam worked over stock heads, crane rockers. Sounds good. 70 milli throttle body. Rear end 273 was my first combo I thought was king. I bet you if you would have put a 373, your seat of the pants would have changed as far as like your seat of the pants dyno. You know, you guys know what I'm talking about? Like, you ever gotten to get in a Fox body, brother, and it's just like lazy as, like it's really lazy. It just felt lazy. It just sucked. Then you change the gears in it. It was the next thing. It's the best thing. It's like that, the miles per gallon started popping out. You're like, damn, man, that's what it's all about. I tell you what, gears is probably one of the best mods. One of the first mods you should do. We talk about it all the time. It's a video I'm going to do again. Probably again and again. You know, gears aren't that difficult to put in, to be honest with you. I mean, it's, you know, there's 10,000 videos on how to install a ring and pinion on YouTube. You know, pretty much pound for pound, like part for part. So gears have definitely changed your game. Stock Mustangs came with like 273, 308s, and some of them were 327s, which isn't a bad gear, but 355s is a minimum. 373s is what I got in my dad's car, and we're putting 410s in the black GT because we're not going to go boosted with that. It's going to be naturally aspirated Windsor, which we're going to be talking about here in a second. Gen 1 trick flow heads with stock pistons, 88. Anyone have any piston and valve clearance? No, there shouldn't be no problem with an 88 motor. If someone wants to race me, I fake them out and act like I'm going to and then slide into second gear like, oh, you hustled. Listen, do yourself a favor. Throw 100 in the windshield, hustle them just enough to beat them by like a half a car, make them go 500, and then blow their doors in. Hustle them. That's street racing right there. Man, you almost had me, man, but I'll tell you what, 500 will run it back and then blow his doors in. My car is too clapped out for people to want to race me. That's okay. You'd be surprised, man. Foxbody's a Foxbody. It don't matter if he's got holes in his jeans or he's walking around in a suit. A Foxbody is a Foxbody. It's got a name. It stood the test of time. And when you walk up to a Foxbody, what's the first thing you're looking for when you see it from afar? Does it got the 5.0 badge? Tell me I'm wrong. American Gearhead, Ben, I appreciate the $20 super chat. What up, Big Dan? I finally made it. I love it. I appreciate you coming in tonight. Mark, I appreciate the $10 super chat. I think, what are we at now? I think we'd be giving away a shirt tonight. That's right. I have a really good trivia for y'all. Matter of fact, I don't think my trivia question is going to get answered. So you better know your motor shit. That's all I'm saying. Chat GPT ain't going to help you on this one. It's going to be a good one, I'm telling you. So I appreciate you guys for being part of that giveaway. And big shout out to 417 Fox and Mike Johnson and Angela for putting up with our shit here on live stream every week. Love y'all. That's what I did to Hamlin. Oh, you put the gap on him. Oh, yeah. I know what you did. I know what you did, son. Oh, you're like, oh, man, you almost got me, dog. You almost got me. Too bad you didn't run up the, like, $500, though. Should have been $500, B. What's wrong with you? You could have got him again. No, just kidding. He's a friend, though. He's a friend. You hustle in other cities. I raced a 67 Chevelle with a 3/4 cam in the wagon yesterday. Definitely hurt some feelings. I love that. It's that is exactly, Mark. That is exactly the reason why you can't take a Foxbody out of nowhere without getting raced by mom's freaking 4-door freaking Crown Vickers. I don't know, man. you can't drive down the street without seeing that shit come in the rear view. Like, here they come. They're trying to race you in their daily driver diesel truck. Like, I don't know, man. My 6.7 with 10 or 80 get down a little bit. I think that truck run like 1390s. It ain't slow. But we're not trying to run 1390s on the street with a Foxbody. You know? Come on. Looking for fat tires. You ain't wrong. That's right. Went from 273s to 410s. One of the first things I did, that was night and day. So for all you young bucks that are getting here in the Foxbody genre, if you're just now getting into the Foxbody genre, one of the first mods you're going to want to do to your Mustang so you like that shit and don't feel like it's slow, just put some damn gears in it, because the stock gears are good, because if you want to travel to Mexico or California or to Cleveland or to an hour away, it's great gear, good mileage. But we give a shit about no mileage around here on the Foxbody. Come on. How many people built a Foxbody? I'm building this for some fuel mileage. I mean, I ain't laughing at them. They can do what they want with their build, but it ain't me. Trivia winner with those vibrant mufflers. Let me tell you what. I'm telling you, 393 is going in. We're heading to California for a week at the end of the month, but we should have the 393 back next week. The crank just comes in tomorrow. And, Dave don't F around when it comes to engine builds. He's got this. Everything's on lockdown. I got all the parts clean and ready to go. So 393 and Dad's car are making a strong entrance in the summer. We're going to be doing a lot of good content with it. Again, this is going to take us most of the year to get this coupe set up. But I'm not going to rush anything, because that's how you get everything jacked up. You know what I mean? So once we get the Dad's car settled and we get the black car back on the road and start tweaking it in, then we'll work on this on the side over here too. So, B, you're welcome to join me if you want to join a little bit on live, brother. I know you don't work tomorrow. I finally built up a cleanest, modest car after 20 years. At 50, I'm just too old to line up with a kid. 410s felt like a new car. I'm telling you, man, it's one of the best mods you can do, brother. It's one of the best mods you can do. Naturally aspirated daily driver, no turbo. I'm gonna talk about number 3, and I'm gonna send an invite over to Brutal real quick. We got probably 5 more to go through. And we're talking some shit tonight. Naturally aspirated daily driver, no turbo, no blower, no bottle. Just sounds good. Got the gear we was just talking about in driver mod. We're talking your 302s, HCIs. We're talking your 306s, HCIs. We're talking the 331, 347s. We're not even in the big Windsor yet. Good heads, good cam, manual transmission, 373, 410s. Stood the test of time. That was one of the biggest cookie cutter builds ever. Right there. Lightweight setup. So, you took if you didn't give a shit about AC and heat, you didn't care about AC out on the motor, out on the smog. Like I did with this the white car's motor over here is kind of purposely built for the street strip, but more for racing. It was just big fun. We didn't overcomplicate it. We didn't have power adders that required maintenance and lots of money. I'm telling you, that was the build. 302, 351, 302, 306, 331, 347. HCI, nasty exhaust, big gears in the back. Shit, you're talking 11-second car in a lighter weight coupe, even with the hatch on diet, bro. That's still. I'm trying to tell you, man. It's still one of the best builds to date, brother. Budget Dom, appreciate you. Hoping to make content with you this. Hell yeah, man. We're gonna line it up, have some fun, bro. Even if we just hang out and beat the shit out of the cars. AC delete. I could do it when I was young. That's right. I had a 351 Cleveland in a 65 coupe with a small block C6. It was quite the beast. Hell yeah. Hold on, B. Let me send you a copy, brother. So yeah, we're just talking that we're going right up the ladder, bro. We just got done talking about them budget builds, budget boost stuff, but like probably one of the most memorable builds that still are significant to date, is the one I just talked about. The gears, the HCI, the 347, 337, or 331. You know what I mean? So, give me 1 second. All right, I sent it, B. So just so you guys know, 52 months, appreciate that. NA stock block 347, sweet spot on the street. 100%. Make 400 wheel. 350 to 450. 500, you start getting into too much tire spinning. I'm trying to tell you. I don't want to line up unless you got 10 car. No. I didn't mean it that way, brother. I didn't mean it that way. Hey, Neo, if NA was with HCI, should I go for it? Absolutely. Listen, it depends on the transmission, brother. 410s, 100% go 410s on an AOD. 410s are a little bit of a waste of time on a stock T5 because of the first gear 335. Okay, but if you have like a Z spec, X spec, or even an aftermarket like a 295 first gear, pay attention. Remember, we talked about the rule of 7. Okay, you're talking about your first gear plus your rear gear. So stock T5 is 335. Most of them. This one behind me is 295, but the stock gear is 335. 373s work out really well with that 335. That's going to be the gear you want. You're not going to be out of first gear in the first 10 feet. I mean, 20 feet, 30 feet, whatever. But 3.35 is the first gear in a stock T5. 3.73 is the gear I'm talking about in the axle. You put those two numbers together and you get number 7. 7 is the number. That's the target number. 410s with a 295. You know what I mean? Or, a TKX 287 or what is it? 287. I don't remember. When you get into the twos, when it comes to first gear, you're going to want to kind of gear it up a little bit more. We're talking about seat of the pants acceleration. We're talking about them types of builds. Gabe Lard, you could do gears, exhaust pulleys, and dry shot on a bone stock car run 10s. You damn right. I think we took a GT hatch, emerald green, my buddy Nate up here in Painesville. Bone stock, GT. Hunter shot, what do you have, 150? I think it was 100 because he didn't want to do any more than 100 because he wanted to do wet shot. You know what I mean? Anything past 100, I get a little bit nervous on. But he put a stock motor in like the 1180 range. It was ridiculous. Did someone say 3? We damn right we did, brother. Now, see, this is one of the things too. No AC delete. Now, I didn't know that was a real thing until I was talking to Brutal and I was talking to Caleb about it, and they were like, "No, you don't FAFO down here in the South without AC. You're going to have AC. Otherwise, you're going to melt inside your car." And I didn't realize that until I started going to these shows and seeing some of these, see how fucking hot it was. I was racing Ford Takeover freaking June, man. We had that stick shift shootout. And me and my friend Mark Turner went a couple rounds back to back, and I was absolutely melting. Like the inside of that car was hot. My damn motor was like 230 degrees. I mean, I get the AC stuff. So, like, trying to race back to back in the middle of June in Tennessee is not – I mean, it took me a month of Sundays to rehydrate. It was ridiculous. It was a good time, though. It was a good time. We had a good time at those stick shift events. But I'm just, making an example of the heat. It was just so hot. And I didn't realize what Brutal and Caleb were talking about until basically Ford Takeover. That day, I was just like, I probably wouldn't have a Mustang without AC, let alone racing in this heat, That's why Lucifer has AC, brother. I'm saying, man. I'm saying, we don't need it here in Ohio. We just roll our damn window down. How do you keep AC with a carb swap? That's a good question. I don't really know. 410s with a 26 slick put me right at 6K crossing. There's definitely a math there. There's definitely a math. Hello, how are you, everyone, tonight? What's going on, Tom Kurtz? Good to see you. It's nothing nice in dead winter. So what I was told in Florida, and this is going back to the Tennessee and racing and stuff like that, what I was told in Florida is that they should actually shut the track down because it's too damn hot and greasy. It's crazy. I didn't even realize that. And they actually run it through the winter. So moving on to our next topic. The sweet spot, a lot of Fox bodies drive onto the street, but respectable numbers and still make it home. 5 to 700 range. We're talking your built stock block, dart block 351s. You start getting into those Windsors, you start getting into those big inch strokers now. Whether it's turbo, blower, nitrous, or all motor. Better fuel systems. This is where rabbit hole hits. Stronger clutches, converters, upgraded suspension. Maybe the Stifler's fit system, big subframes, streetable, but needs more attention. See what I mean? Let me bring Brutal on here. What's up, big dog?
What's going on?
Oh, he got the mic out. Look out. He look all pretty.
I like my mic, man.
You know what? You sound a lot better than me, brother. That's for sure.
Yeah, mic definitely helps. So what we talking about tonight?
Hey, listen. Just like, I went on my little soapbox here a few minutes ago.
Nah, not you.
Yeah, right. We're talking about the Foxbody builds that have stood the test of time. That and the parts, the builds. And I think one of the most nostalgic ones, and I'm going to break the combo down to you. You might have heard it already. The naturally aspirated daily driver. The garage build, the 302 HCI, the 306 HCI. 331, 347 stroker, good heads cam intake, stick shift, 373, 410s, lightweight setup, fun, not overcomplicated, no power adder, all motor, big exhaust. That was a cookie cutter, man. And it's still.
It was. And, you could do it even with like GT40 heads, whenever those became popular. You could even do it then. Andrew's little car was proof of that. And, then I get the NA side of it, but then with NA, you can always put a little spray on it, real quick. So when I say NA, optional spray, with the option of that. But
right.
Yeah, you're right. There's something to be said, in my opinion, about NA cars. They're simple. They're easy. You don't have all the heat under the hood. You don't have extra belts, extra this and that. You can make them super clean. Yep. They're just rowdy. If you learn how to drive one, that's the biggest thing. If you're a good driver and you got a good tire and a good gear, shit, man, you can go handle business
all day. And we were just talking about that earlier in chat. One guy, I think Jimmer was talking. He was just like, bro, I just don't want to get pulled up on a Subaru and get drugged to the next light.
Well,
there is that.
The problem is that, that can happen for sure. But that's where you catch them at the track.
Yes.
And still Fox bodies are deadly at the track. You got a set of 14 gears and you got your hot little 306 with a cam and some heads, and you know how to drive it. That car is going to go sevens all day.
All day.
So
deep sevens.
Yeah, for sure. And then, you run out there roll racing with somebody. Yeah, that's a different story, man. Mom's minivan will get your ass out there.
Oh, let me tell you what, I'm telling you, my diesel truck run 1390. I'm telling you.
Yeah, for sure.
And nitrous assisted.
Nitrous, exactly.
That's perfect, man. Yeah. Hey, I'm NA. You're not wrong if you say NA and you flip the switch in your little glove box. I know you got.
Exactly. It happens, dude. You gotta handle business any way you can. That night that we raced Zach, hell, we were ready. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what those guys had, but I was ready to handle business if we needed to.
Mm-hmm. Hell, it's hot, not hot in Florida. It's just humid. Got to turn. We were just talking about AC, and I was just telling them on chat how you and Caleb kind of was just like, you don't FAFO down here without some AC in your car.
No. The 65 doesn't have AC, and the Calypso doesn't, but they don't bother me. That's not my only ride. If that was my only way of going, sure, yeah, like my only Fox body or only hot rod, yeah,
right.
But I don't really worry about it too much. But back in the day, yeah, sure, that's exactly what we did. We ripped all that shit off. Like nothing but an alternator and a water pump. That was it.
Like I got over here. Yeah. All right. So I got a question for you, and I got a question for chat. And I want you to chime in. We'll go ahead and put this on here. You ready?
Yep.
Are people sleeping on NA builds because Boost is more popular? Your mic is low. Can you turn your mic up a little bit? They said. I don't know. I can hear you just fine, but they say they can't hear.
My mic? You can't hear me?
Can I? I don't know if I can turn you up. Is that me?
Oh, wireless RX. Hold on. What about now?
Sounds pretty good. I can hear you fine, but they say it's low.
Yeah, let's see if this helps.
So let me ask the question again.
All right.
In your opinion, chat, in your opinion, Brutal, are people sleeping on NA builds because Boost is so popular?
I think the issue is people don't know how to build NA.
Ooh.
And you have so many people, and I don't mean it in a negative
No,
way.
I don't. I'm not thinking it that way.
I think you have so many people who think they have a set of heads and they have a cam, right? So when we hear heads, cam, intake, that can go one of 100 different ways. That can be a set of GT40 heads on a stock bottom end with a B cam and GT40 intake, right? So that's one option. That's heads, cam, intake, right? Or maybe you got a car with high compression, it's been bored, and it's got some really good freaking AFR trick flow heads. It's got a nasty ass little solid roller cam or a big hydraulic roller, and it's been set up correctly. I think that's the issue. You know, you see so many, nobody wants to go out and spend the money in a anymore. And you still have to spend that money to do it. But
machine work.
In machine work, you know, and you're balancing and everything else. But I will say this, you know, on a side note, if you're going to buy heads and you're going to buy a cam and you're going to buy intake, buy the biggest and the baddest that you can get. Like, stop with this. It's like somebody that wants to buy a crotch rocket. And this is probably an unpopular opinion. I never recommend you go out and buy a Ninja 250 as your first bike. No. If you can afford it, go buy a 600. If you can afford that, go buy a 1000. They're all going to kill you, right? They're all fast enough to kill you. Spend the money, get the good shit to start with, and stop with these little small 165cc heads. You know, unless that's what you run across and you get a good deal. But you get what I'm saying? Right. Like, let's go ahead and put a 200cc on it. Let's build for the future. I just think a lot of people don't look at it that way.
Yeah, I think what chat was saying is pretty much right down to what you were talking about. They were talking about people sleep on NA builds, and naturally aspirated is more of an art to make that horsepower work. And I think one of the most intimidating things is you know, the machine work. You know, they talk about machine work because you got to. I mean, you could take Boost and slap it on just about any motor. Now, I'm not saying doesn't require its own tuning. It requires its own fine. You know, Boost is Boost. You know, it's badass. It's fun. But naturally aspirated builds, you know, they definitely have their place in the light, and they're just a little bit more difficult to kind of dial in because it's going to take what you talk about, cylinder heads. It's going to take the right camshaft, and you got to put that vision all together. Yeah.
And here's the other thing too, I think that causes problems. You can have a rowdy 302. You can do a stock bottom end. The problem, as you know, is going to be your cam selection and your head selection. As soon as you put a 202 valve on top of that stock piston, you're limited. You're done. Like, the most you're going to get out of that's like an Anderson N41. I mean, I've seen people run F cams. I've done it before, but you're asking for it, man. You're probably talking 20, 30 thousandths of freaking clearance right there.
Right.
Any stretch whatsoever. So I think the key to it is, like you said, is if you're going to run a stock bottom end, at least get the pistons fly cut so that you can run a cam, so that you can run a head. And there's tools that you can use where you can fly cut your pistons, you know, inside the block. But that's the key. That's the limiting factor, I think. And I think most people aren't going to go out and spend the money on it. And if you do, here's the other side of it too as well. It's almost as cheap to just go ahead and go stroker rather than build a badass 306. Just go stroker, because you can buy the package kit with bearings, with rods, with rings and everything, and go ahead and get that cubic inch and get your compression up.
Yep. And balanced, you know, people are sleeping on any builds because they are afraid of running high compression. Everyone keeps saying 9.5.
No,
wrong. It's 11.5 to 12.
11.5, 12. Yes. 100%.
That's what we run in our block car.
Yeah. If you guys don't believe it, go watch Ben Alameda. Go watch him on YouTube, Ben Alameda, and he can tell you all about quench. He can tell you about compression. Look, guys, here's the thing that I'm learning now, which is why I speak so much on quench. Quench is what saves a high compression engine. I don't know if you guys know that or not, but it helps save it. When you get unburnt fuel that's sitting up there in between the piston and the head in that big quench area, it sits there in that dead space and it tries to light off when it's not supposed to light off yet, and that's detonation. So a tight quench as that piston comes up will squeeze the unburnt fuel into the center of the piston and burn it when it's supposed to be burned and burn it clean. So you can run higher compression as long as you got your quench right. Well, how do you get your quench right? Make sure you're zero decked, and then your quench is based off of your head gasket thickness. And it's simple then. You don't have to worry about equations and stuff. But there again, nobody wants to go zero deck a block and then go to, 306. So, I get it for most people. And I'm the same way. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to go ahead and build 347. I'm not building a 331. I know they're good. I want cubic inch. Cubic inch is king. You go ahead and get your cubic inch out of it.
Yeah. Simon, I appreciate this the super chat. Excuse me. Sorry. Go ahead. You were saying?
No, that's it. Just on my soapbox.
That's all right. Me too. Pimp, you have to build a whole combo synergistically. The cam and heads have to work. Set of 205s now will cost $3,000 by themselves, but you need a big cam, which means new pistons. That's correct. So this is what we start getting into the whole intimidating NA build. So I'm a big inch Windsor guy. I was always a stock 302. I was always I didn't even do 347s. I pretty much skipped right from stock 302, 306s right into, because we were the guys that were just putting the boost stuff on it,
Yeah.
And then I wanted the whole theme of the black GT, much like you have with the Calypso, all motor. I want that shit to sound badass, 3-inch exhaust. I want all the cubes in that. It's only a 393. There could be a 427 in there if we wanted to, but it's not the point. I still want to be relatable to the channel. 393 probably one of the best and easier Windsor strokers to build, because you can use the stock rods and you can use a budget crank, right? And get it balanced with some you don't even need 4 pistons. You can make your own little stroker. It's kind of like what we did with the 387. We just skipped the whole piston part.
It's true. And look, guys, I'm sure everybody pretty much knows Gabe Large. If you don't, he's in the comment section right now, and he's telling you guys exactly what we're saying. The unburnt fuel will pinch the top of the rings and get stuck in the ring grooves. Also, you guys make sure that you're running, if you're rebuilding your engine, make sure that you're not using generic oversized head gaskets, like 4100 head gaskets on a 4030 build. And the reason is because it's taken away from your quench, and you're getting dirty ass gas stuck up there on the outside of that. I wish I had one I could show you right now. 100%. We could talk about it. But make sure you go ahead and get a Cometic or get whatever gasket that you're going to get and size it accordingly to your bore. I
agree with that. That stock 302 with AFR 165 is ported 340. So it did, like, there are some builds that the AFR 165s, even the Trick Flow 170s, like when you're getting into your heads cam intake, when we were talking about earlier with that cookie cutter style build that stood the test of time that I love. We all love it. 302, 306s, putting a smaller cylinder head, 165, 170 will have its limit, but it'll definitely wake the shit up out of that motor.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. If I found a good deal on a set of 165s, I would buy the hell out of them and put them on something.
100%.
You get what I'm saying? But if I'm shopping for new heads, they're not even, nope. I'm going at least a 200cc head. That's just, but that's just me. Here's the thing. All these heads are expensive these days. It's not like a 205 is so much more expensive than a 165 or a 185. They're all expensive now. So, if you can and you have the ability, go ahead and get a head. And the myth of a big head kills torque is just not really true. It's just not. That's going to come more down to your cam specs anyway, with a bunch of overlap and a bunch of duration. Now, people will argue that to death, but it's just true. Are we leaving the line at 900 RPM trying to make a pass? No, you're already up in the RPMs where these heads are trying to work anyway. So,
and that's definitely something to say, Clifton. Men just dropped a 30 on 3 turbocharger on a 302, make 460, then smile, and it makes 440. Yeah, that's what we did with Dad's car, which is what we've done with.
Which goes along with the question you were asking. Why is the NA being slept on so much? It's because of builds like Pop's car. Right. It's because of builds, like the Calypso used to be with the turbo kit on it.
Yep.
Or even a supercharged car like the Retro Fox. You're going to have a hard time. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. If you think you're going to build a 306 for less money NA, that runs with an on-3 turbo car stock bottom end, just go ahead and spend the $3,000 and get you an on-3 kit and be done with it.
Start getting into one of them budget Windsor strokers we were just talking about.
Or go that route, or hell, big block for that matter. It doesn't matter. Cubic inch is we all know is king when it comes to NA, or
no replacement for displacement.
No replacement, or really high RPM. And there's where you get into balancing cost and balancer cost and valve train and stuff like that. So it's kind of a trade-off. But I feel like realistically, you can spend a stock bottom end Foxbody, $6,800, $7,000. You can do it. But the problem is you really need a cam and you need heads big enough to do it. So to be able to run those big heads and that big cam, you're going to have some fly cuts. Period.
That's right.
Right. So it's just, man, it's a rabbit hole.
Hey, we're already on that soapbox now. We're already talking about Windsors. All right. So you knew that was going to be a subject at some point. We're climbing the ladder of this live stream that I got set up, right? Yeah. So 351 Windsor, 393, 408, 427. More torque everywhere, right? Everybody knows that. Stronger foundation than 302. Now you start getting into the 302, you start pushing the limits. This is going to lead me into my question. You start pushing the limits of max effort 302, and you really, I mean, do you break it and then fix it, or do you break it and move on? Do you break it and build something 331, 347? Can NA nitrous turbo blower, more weight? It has fitment changes. We understand that 351. So here's my question. Would you rather build a mild 393 408 or even a stock, I wouldn't say stock block, I would say SB stock bottom end 351. Would you rather build a mild 408 393 or a max effort 302?
Mild Windsor. And I'll be completely honest with you. I'll go even deeper than that. I would rather.
Chad, that's for you too.
If it comes down to money, and you gave me a choice between a dark block 347 build or a stock block 351 build, I'm going 351 stock block.
Stroker Windsor?
No. Even over that, and like, let's just say I got a good deal, right, on one. I would go with the 351 because, look, you already got your cubic inch, right? And you know what those blocks are capable of. Most people are not going to use an SHP to its full advantage, right? So I would go stock block 351, or there again, a mild stroker. Or now this is where it starts to matter to me. I would go 351 40 over bore and buy a set of badass pistons. There you go. Now you got cubic inch. Because here's the thing. I think this is a common misconception as well. A 351 and a 347 is the same shit. It doesn't matter. It's the same thing. One's not going to make more power than the other. It's all about cubic inch. I mean, they've proven that time and time again. And you got a little more cubic inch with the 351. So you might as well go ahead and go that route. That's just my
the stroker definitely will move some air. It definitely will move some air. So you can do a lot of things with the 351 stock bottom end, but as far as like when you start stroking the 347, you know, it can surpass a 351, but I mean, it'll go back and forth.
But
based off of cubic inch, yes.
Neo, to get to that point, and you know where I'm going with this. To get to that point, you got to have dart block, SVO block, something like that. Now you're talking at 363 build or 370, something like that, and really good bottom end to spin this damn thing to utilize this dart block, right? Because you don't wasted your money on this dart block, so you better put some good bottom end in it too. And now we better put the baddest set of heads that we can get on it because we got a dart block. We don't want to waste it. Now we got to push the limits on the camshaft to really make the power. And it's there again. Before I did all that again, and I do say again because this car has all that, I would have just went 351.
Right. So, I mean, that's basically what you're seeing here in comments. You're seeing 351 build. But, I mean, there is something to be said, and this is definitely not taking away from, what can be done with a 331. You know what I mean?
No,
or
for sure not.
The 347. So
it's not. It's not to be confused with like an elitist state of mind here. Now that's not where this is going. I'm just saying if you have a choice though, if you have a choice and you're debating, just go 351 because they'll drop right in a Foxbody. I didn't have that luxury with the 65. They do not just drop right in. So that's why that car got what it did. To get the cubic inch out of the 65, I needed an aftermarket block.
Right.
8.2 deck.
So this is a 331. It's our buddy Gabe Large right here. We did this video. And this is a stock block 302. So the only reason why I want to bring this up real quick is we're not hating on 302s, man. This is it's all about what you want to build. It's all about your budget and your vision. You know, when you start getting into to pushing max effort like Gabe did right here with this car, 351 Windsor, when they break, you know, 351 Windsor is definitely it. This right here was a 540 pass at 127. Big shit. Look at that. Watch him shift the shit. Use this clutch the whole time.
That's right.
Look at this. Stab the shit out of him. That's Gabe Large right there.
Gabe's a bad dude, man.
That's a bad dude. That's a bad pass right there. Oops.
You know,
I removed the wrong one. My bad. Okay, here we go.
Getting back to that again, like there's absolutely nothing wrong with the NA setup. Look at that pass. Look at that number, boy. That's crazy. But no, there's nothing wrong with it. Understand, I love 8.2s, and that's typically what I run, right? Now we have 2.95. Sure, we got the dark block over here in Berger's car 427 with a blower, and it's disgusting. It's nasty, and that's great. But that's not the same kind of car as what we built over here with this, or we built with the Retro. Look, the Retro is still one of the funnest cars that I have, and that's a bone stock bottom end, not just block, bottom end. And it's a blast, dude. Put some boost on it and go enjoy it.
Boys looking fresh tonight. Appreciate you, Jim Hill.
I don't feel too fresh tonight.
Yeah, it's raining outside. It's nasty as shit.
Yeah.
We got a question from Three Pedal Jack. I got Pro Comp 210s going with a 351 calling Anderson for a cam this week. What you suggest, bro? What you going with?
Well, we got a 351. Is it an automatic or a stick car?
This week, 185 Renegades, 30 on my 6.
Shit, so, I'll go ahead and tell you, bro. I wouldn't go no smaller than an N91, baby.
Woo!
I would go. I'm loving this N111 right now, and if you can squeeze it, put an N113 in that bitch. Let it eat. Look, guys, we got a video coming out. This 65 is extremely streetable with an N111 and high compression. Well, I think I already put that video out talking about it, but it really depends on what you want. I always go for the most cam that I can get. I'm a cam guy, right? I mean, I'm a dude. I like the sound of a cam.
Me too.
Yeah, right. So I would go
artillery shells.
Here's the thing with Anderson cams. I will tell you guys this. Most of the time when you get up into the bigger cams, the lift is the same. It's the duration and the LSA that's different. So it depends on how much duration you can live with.
Pimp definitely came up with a good one there, if you can see it. The only thing that gets me about 351 is the Essential forces you to run a different hood.
Yeah, true.
8.2 deck doesn't do that. So there is some woes. I mean, we know 302. Yeah. We know 302 cracks at 501, right? So
yeah, 501, they're gone.
501 on the money every time. That was the days I'd have a whole stack of them in the back. I think I'd have a whole wall of shame over there. I only have 2 split blocks that I'll never get rid of, and that was just because I got greedy with like 20 degrees of timing and 93 pump.
Yeah.
Sup. We was sending it that night. We didn't get a 990 pass, but we did get a split block out of it.
So Ben Thomas says in N71. N71's a great cam too. It just comes down to what you want out of the car. I want mine as rowdy as I can possibly get it and still be streetable. And so far, the N91 has been extremely street friendly, and so far the N111 has been extremely street friendly as well. You got to have compression, you got to have some cubic inch, and you got to have some gear. As long as you got those things and a good tuner or either a carburetor, you're good to go.
So 3 Pedal said it's a 5-speed. You asked the question, what transmission?
Oh, he said it's a 5-speed. With what gears? Oh, he didn't. Did he say on the gears? Because the gears will matter. You minimum you have to have 410s, in my opinion. You trying to drive around at N91, N111 with 373s, it's not going to be too happy. But it really just depends. I mean, you could put whatever you want to in it. Hell, what was it, B31 cam that you had?
Yeah.
I mean,
that's 387. Shit, I ran that in my
Yeah.
boosted application. Ran 800 wheel.
Exactly. I mean, so you can do it, no doubt. The camshaft really doesn't matter as much as we think for this level that we're at, like what we're talking about. Just pick the one that you like. But they're all going to be pretty good. I would get a larger cam though, because with larger cubic inch, you can use that cam.
100%. What's up, George? Good to see you. Good to see a lot of my members in the chat, man. I always get a good group of chat members here or members on the channel. Check out that join button. Become month, 6 months, year. Speaking of which, there's a nice SN95 being given away tomorrow. So let's go ahead and talk about that real quick.
Yeah. So tomorrow's your last day. Guys, if you want to sign up, head over to Patreon/Brutal. You can sign up to win the SN. You can do it with $20, or you can spend as much as you want to. For every $20, you get an entry. Tomorrow at 12 o'clock is the cutoff. So that's it.
That's going to be fire, man. I'm going to be present for that.
That car is doing really good as well, except for one thing. Here we
go. Hey, you got to spill the beans now, son.
I already spilled it on live stream earlier. So we were tuning the car. So I was with Steven, Ampy FI. He's tuning the car, and we're going through some stuff. I'm sitting there. I'm like, what in the hell's that smell? And then all of a sudden, smoke just everywhere under the hood. I'm like, oh, shit.
No.
Long story short, the guy that I guess put the engine in the car ran the dipstick tube in between the head and the header. And I guess he just bolted the header up and it pinched it. Well, the cam in the car and the motor mounts, it kind of shakes a little bit. And I guess it rubbed a hole in the damn dipstick tube.
What?
And boy, let me tell you, it's bad.
But that sounds like shit.
Oh, it's bad. I thought the damn car was going to catch on fire earlier.
No, that's not good.
So I stick a damn crowbar down in between the head and the header, and I'm just going to bend the header tube out of the way enough to where it would, because I thought it was, honestly, I don't know what the hell I thought it was. It was too late. It had already rubbed a hole in it anyway. But it needed to be bent some anyway so I could get the tube out. I couldn't even get the damn tube out. It was pinched so tight. So I bent the header tube back a little bit, and I slipped. And when I slipped, I hit the brake line. That's the brake line on the car.
I know, dude.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody trying to do no flares.
Yeah. Oh, a bubble flare too on this.
Oh, shit.
So I'm like, I don't know how to do a bubble flare. Like, I don't have that tool. So I shoot up to O'Reilly's, and come to find out, the brake lines on that car are import 3/16 import.
Oh, no.
So with bubble flare ends. So there, I looked up and got a piece about that long, and was able to bend it and put it right back in place. So it wasn't that big of a deal, but I'm like, oh my God, I got oil just like, looks like the car's about to catch on fire.
Brake fluid.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I got to give this car away Monday. But I'm still, the 65's on the lift because it's getting a Ram clutch tomorrow. So hopefully, hopefully whoever wins it's not local and they don't want to, I'm coming to get it today.
Yeah, because
you're gonna have to.
Hey, you just jinxed yourself. You just did it right on live. You just jinxed it.
Yeah.
Hey, whoever builds this shit, whoever wins this shit, go right to his house tomorrow. Where am I shit at?
Probably so. Like, I'll be there in 30 minutes.
What?
Because the sad reality is it won't be fixed by the time we do the giveaway tomorrow. There's just no way. So it'll at least be Tuesday before I'm able to get it on the lift and fix it. But they'll understand. Usually it's about a week.
Patreon at, what is it? Patreon/Brutal.
Yeah, you can head over there and sign up if you want to. Also, you can upgrade if you'd like. So, like, if you already signed up for the $20, you can upgrade $100, and that'll give you 5 spots, so on and so forth. But it's going to wrap up tomorrow. It's done pretty good. It did about what I expected. So, the Patreon thing is a lot different than Facebook. I don't know, dude. People absolutely love the waffles on Facebook, man. They love them.
Good stuff, man. I'm telling you, it's good stuff. And there's nothing. I think Patreon, like, we started a Patreon where we still upload our stuff, just kind of very organically. There's not really a direction. I'm just putting it out on there.
Mine doesn't have a direction either.
No, I'm just throwing it out there.
Has a damn direction.
I'm be asking you guys questions like what I do here, and y'all just silence.
Yeah, so guys,
you got me on read because you don't know. I'm like, all right,
chat. We got a group chat between me, him, and
F Neo, right?
Here comes Neo.
You're like, I don't got the answer, bro.
What do I do here? I'm like, hell, I don't know. I
said, I don't know. I just threw things at the wall.
my way through it.
Yeah, I love it, man. At least he was honest, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, Anthony said, if I win, I'm coming right over. He's coming right over.
You can bet that shit's gonna happen.
Hey, you better put the truck at the end of the driveway, bro.
Hey, here's the deal. Whoever comes against it, you better bring a damn trailer. You can get a U-Haul if you want to while you're here in Dothan. You can do whatever the hell but don't try to drive it. That's on you if you do. Don't get on Facebook and start blasting me because something happened. Because I'm telling you now, don't drive it. Get it home and play with it some. I'm not even washing under the hood. I'm not washing under the hood because I don't want to mess anything up.
Hi. He's like, I just want to get rid of it.
Yeah.
I enjoy the content.
Everything out.
I enjoy the content from you and both, and I'm hoping to make a trip to Northeast Ohio to Alabama in my SN95. Hell yeah, brother. Wait. Is it the one you fitting to win?
For the SN, yeah. So, well, hold on now, because just out of curiosity, how's your Patreon going?
I only have like 3 members, and they're free members.
What are y'all doing? You got to sign up. You got to help my boy.
Nah,
you got like $500. You got like a $500 tier minimum or some shit.
Nah, it's like 20 and 50 or whatever. But okay. I'm good. I'm humble here on YouTube, man. I got my members here on YouTube. It really is hard. I hate it. It's really hard to give away shit on YouTube with my membership tiers because I have to reorganize them, and I gotta list. I mean, I wish it was just a lot easier, like it is on Facebook, like a waffle or whatever.
The waffle is just so easy, but man, that shit just scares me. I don't know. We talked about it today on the live stream, but Patreon's the same way. It's kind of aggravating too.
Now, the one thing that makes me the most mad, and we'll get back into our subject here a little bit, guys. But one thing that we clown, bro. This is what happens.
This is just me and Neo right now.
When we get Caleb here, it's worse. It's all
or handling,
or both. But getting closer to my build, got my new clutch in the mail. Do you prefer a new flywheel or just turn the used one? 100%.
Don't even turn that son of a bitch. Get some sandpaper and
yes. Yes.
Sandpaper on.
Unless you feel a groove in it, just get some sandpaper and get it. If there's cracks or grooves, sure. But if it's just
get some sandpaper, go about 180 on it, man, and just clean it up real good, and it'll bite.
Neo, why not load up the race trailer and sell some of that warehouse of parts you're hoarding from us? What? That's not. You mean the stuff that I bought that I left sitting in a box over here that I keep telling y'all to get your shit off jack stands, and I got 7 boxes over here that need to be off that jack stand? Yeah, I feel you, bro.
When's your buddy coming to get his car?
Who? Oh,
your buddy. Yeah.
I don't know, man. He gonna build me a TK. I got a TKO faceplate we're gonna be selling.
Hey, y'all spam Handling Motorsports, and they need to get somebody in-house that's gonna build transmissions. Either Andrew needs to do it, or they need to get somebody to do it.
Listen, they got, they're willing to. If you got somebody out there, that's a young buck or somebody that's in the genre, that's new to the genre, whatever, that can build a transmission. I want to make some good money. Hanlon's looking for a good tech. One that's worth the shit. That wants to come to work and be part of the genre. I mean, real recognizes real. We always talk about that. So, this is the next 5 years I keep talking about. I said it 50 times now. This is the next TikTok hack. Be a roofer, be a plumber. The whole world was built on construction, built on machine. The car genre is built on machine work. Come on, bro.
That's right. Be a farmer, be something, man. A skill or a YouTuber. Yeah, that's exactly.
All right, so getting back into what we was talking about. Okay. What actually makes build age the best? This is kind of like the wrap up of this conversation here. Is it the reliable parts combination, the clean wiring, good fuel system? What age is the best? What's some of the stuff that we've done on these cars that have aged the best through the test of time?
For
me, I think
years.
What'd you say?
Gears.
I think for me, fuel system. When we did, there's a reason. There's a reason for the season when we did that fuel system wiring upgrade. You know, you put a good 255 in 20 years ago. Now it's 340s, and then it's 420s, whatever. Wiring up the fuel pump, putting a good regulator on it, you could push some good horsepower out of your stock fuel system. And I think that's one of the parts that, you know, I wanted to point out in this live stream. And then the SN95 fuel rail upgrade could make it even better.
Yeah.
Get some good power out of stock parts by doing some really cheap budget mod stuff. Go ahead.
Yeah, dude, you can make really, really big power. I say big power. You make really good power with stock fuel lines and just upgrade the fuel
big
pump
Windsor stuff.
And there's something else you're supposed to do too. What was that thing you're supposed to do? Run something to the back, or I don't know. You talk about it sometimes.
You talking about the wire and the relay?
I'm talking about your freaking wiring upgrade. But you're right on it, though. You're right. I'm picking right now.
I see what you did there. Hey, look who just showed up.
Oh, look who we got in the house.
It's Gapplebee's. It's Gapplebee's half price appetizers.
Oh,
he's without receipts.
Eat right there, baby.
It's all you can eat.
Freaking yeah.
He's just getting the chips. He's getting the free chips today. That's all he's getting.
I swear. It's like, God, all I see is rainbows as soon as I see his name.
I'd have to say a good wiring job does go a long way.
Oh, they want to talk about my socks, bro. Hold on, let me pull them things.
Here we go, man.
Or you can see them.
The note. Oh, there it is. Hey, there's the. Hey, he got them retros on, bro. He pimped the fit, bro. This guy. What are we doing right now? We're looking at your notebook socks. We need to be talking about Windsor's.
We do. Okay, all right. So there's something that I want to say, and I don't know if you were speaking in general, but something that has stood the test of time with these cars is a good chassis and a good suspension setup. That will, in other words, when you do those things, you now have a car that if you blow the engine up in it, you can just drop another engine in it. You got a car that's going to go down the track, go down the road, and be worth it, right? And here's why I say this. If you had the choice between a car that was set up like really, really good with suspension, chassis, everything else, right? And you could drop a motor in that, or you could drop a badass built motor in a bone stock ass chassis car. Which one's going to be more useful, more fun, right? The car that's been built with the chassis. Because you could take that 427 that's in Berger's car and you could drop it in the retro and it's pointless. It's absolutely useless.
Yeah,
right? Or
he's so much horsepower.
Or you could take Berger's car right now, pull his engine out, and put the retro Fox engine in it. No, it wouldn't be as fast, but that bitch would dead hook and go down the track, and you could milk it for everything. So, my opinion, it's a good setup chassis car. And you're good. And I don't mean anything crazy. I'm just talking about like some subframes, you know, some good shocks, some good springs, some uppers and lowers and things like that. Welded torque boxes, simplified stuff, man, but make the car last.
He said, I'm just on the sideline taking receipts I'm going to have to cash in on. And then when you talked about a 427, he called it a boat. I think we need to – what?
What is he talking about tonight? I have not seen anything from that camp yet.
And there it is.
It's just that's it. You got to show me, baby.
Hey, my G4 is going together. Big shout out to Earl Johnson, our friend here on the channel. He's a friend on your channel as well. Big T5 guy.
Yeah, man. I like Earl.
Look him up, man. Earl Johnson. I'm telling you, look him up.
On eBay.
Forgot more about T5s than most people ever knew in the last week.
Yeah,
you know, we got a G4 case. He hooked me up with the only one he had.
Yeah, you
and we're about to, you know,
you dirty bastard.
He can bring that old junkyard Yodi on up here and we'll
for real, y'all. Look up Earl, man. I've been dealing with Earl myself for. Yeah, it's probably 6 years.
Yeah.
And we got Papa T's transmission. He rebuilds them and he does all kinds of stuff. That's who we need to get. Earl just needs to go to work for handling.
There you go. Now he got to pay the man though.
Yeah, you got to pay him. He just sub it out, man. Just send it straight to Earl. How about that? How about handling? Are you listening? We need to send all of our shit over to Earl.
I don't think I can show that well. Damn it.
Yep, that's it.
Oh, there
I
you go.
still have mine. I think I got one of those.
That's his phone number. T5 guy. I've been dealing with Earl for a couple of decades, about a decade now. I'd have synchros to sell once in a while. I take out of some of these good T5s.
Hold on, bro. Hold on.
There it is.
I know
Same
it's backwards and all, but that's it.
That's it. Hell yeah. See? All right.
Yeah.
So, couple more questions, and then we're gonna wrap some stuff up.
Yeah, I'm tired of this already.
All right. Got a couple here. There's a couple good ones, man. A couple good ones. What are you thinking long term? Horsepower, reliability, sound, looks, or nostalgia, or a handful of them both?
Long term.
What matters more long term? Horsepower, reliability, sound, look, nostalgia. So in those areas, what do you think long term?
I hate to say it, but I think it's a mix of all of it. But if we had to pick,
in order,
man, really reliability, honestly, is a big thing because horsepower is short term. Looks are short term. If you don't have the reliability, you're not going to enjoy the car to want to be able to drive the pretty ass thing that's been wet sanded and buffed and all that, right? So reliability is number one, and then I'm going to say horsepower.
Okay, because it was meant for all of them, fellas. He's just putting them in order. Go ahead. Reliability,
horsepower, looks, and what was the other?
Sound, and nostalgia.
Nostalgia is like a fluid thing that's always changing, right? Because we look back now at things that are nostalgic, and they from the 2000s, right? Well, me and you've been doing this long enough. In the 2000s, that was the new shit. We didn't want we were looking for stuff in the 80s and early 90s and stuff, but now people are going to the 2000s. So I think nostalgia is always going to be a big thing, but it's a fluid deal, right? And I think people are always going to kind of jump back to the 2000s, then to the 80s and to the 90s, and so yeah, it's important, but I think reliability, dude.
All right, so what was your 5? You said reliability was 1, horsepower was 2,
horsepower. What was the other? What did I say?
Reliability, horsepower, sound, or looks. You said looks.
Looks, sound,
and nostalgia.
So
for me, you already know what number 1 is. Come on.
Yeah.
Horsepower. Number 2 is sound. I think sound and reliability are, our neighbors, and they share sugar on Sundays. You know what I mean? But I'd have to say sound and then reliability, nostalgia, and of course, my shit ain't no car shows around here, bro. Look, I need to get back into it. I'm sorry, I need to get back into making them look even better. But you've seen my cars; they are not. Matter of fact, Pitts, that's going to be sitting over in the weeds next to me, behind me, bro. It ain't even allowed on the pavement, bro. We're talking $10 million in Foxbodies there, and I'm like, I just want my car close to me. That's all.
Dude, that looks don't matter to me like that. What? All right, so what you got next?
Next question.
No. Like, did you finish? Like, did you do your 4 or your 5?
Yeah, I did horsepower. Yeah. I did sound, reliability, nostalgia. I like to keep that shit nostalgic, and of course, looks is important. And don't get me wrong, I don't want to look like shit, but I'd be the type of guy that drives around town with different colored Mustang with signatures all over the fender.
Yeah,
I mean? I would dig the shit out of that.
So, how about I got a cheat code?
Okay,
for that question.
Okay.
All right? So the cheat code is this: immediately cut springs and wheels.
Yes.
Period. Whether it be drag wheels, street wheels, whatever, cut springs, wheels. Paint does not matter. It's all about wheels and stance. So there's your looks, right? And then cam. Cam is going in that son of a bitch with some exhaust on it. So in that order, it would be looks, sound, and then reliability would come right after that for me, because in that order, depending on how you do it, that's the easiest way to get it. I always look at it like this: if I get a new car, I don't want to walk outside and look at that ugly bastard. I want to walk outside and it be on wheels and it be lowered and be tough. It can have the shittiest paint job in the world, but that makes me excited. Then I'm going to find me a used B303 cam, something like that, and I'm going to toss it in there. And she's going to be looking good, sounding good. Everything's going to be great, right? And then I'll worry about reliability later. And then if I can't afford some nostalgic parts and looks and stuff, we'll go that route. So it's almost very similar to yours, but only in that order for me.
Yeah, and that's an interesting order. I mean, you could add stuff to that, but it kind of hits all of it. And it's just like Chat was just talking about. Y'all is right. You know, don't let us influence you one way or the other. But you can see two ends of the spectrum here. You know, you can see what I do and what I like with my cars versus like, you know, what Brutal does with his cars. And it's just, and we all had love for the same build. And it's the type of vision, you know, he doesn't influence me to do something different. And I don't influence him to do something different. And you just got to understand that the genre, that, you know, this genre that we have is so wonderful that you can have different varieties of this type of build. I love what we do with Fox Bodies. I think we kind of set the standard. I think we kind of set the standard for the car communities in general. I mean, most all of us are pretty respectful and, you know, kind of know where we're going. Somebody needs help, you know, we're going to help them with the answer or whatever. But
yeah,
anyway,
we do, I think, and we all three do things a little differently. And it's crazy because you would think that we wouldn't, but if you look at it, you know, Neo's more like, you know, race, and he's got that shit down to a science. And you got, you know, Foxcast, more coyote swaps, but obviously lately he's been doing all of it. And then I'm more just like the dude that don't know what the hell he's doing, shade tree guy that's just plucking along and trying to make shit happen, half-assing shit here and there, and you know, like that's different. Just. But I'm just I have no set way of doing anything. I just do what I feel.
Yes. So, I tell you what, man, my channel though, you know, when we do these budget stuff, when we do, like, they're all just nipping at the bit to see what that G-Force do.
Oh yeah.
That's what my whole, and you know, but a lot of budget, a lot of racing, you know, and your channel, I mean, you do a lot of stuff on your channel that I never thought that I could. I mean, you make it look easy. Like the paintings. I mean, you painted that one car right in front of your garage. You just taped the shit up, painted. I'll have this whole thing painted in a couple hours. I was like, what? Yeah. Aren't you going to be sanding for like an hour or two, maybe 7 weeks? I don't know.
Yeah.
And it looked good as hell. I was like, damn it.
I appreciate it. But it goes back to when we help people, right? So that's when I started my channel. That's what it was about. It was like, you know, because I noticed that I had this innate ability to be able to push through depression, money issues, laziness, all of that. I had this ability to be able to do that, and then I felt really good about what I did. So I was like, man, there's got to be other people in the world that don't have the money that can get shit done. I hate elitist. I hate that, and I know hate's a strong word, but I said what I said.
Hey, you came from, I mean, didn't you say you used to sleep in a van, man? You came from something that, you know,
yeah, dude, I was in
this shit from jump, man, from the dirt, you know, so
I was in a bad spot, dude, about 12 years ago. It was really, really, really bad for me. And I pulled myself up.
You had to go through it. You had to go through it to be where you're at right now.
And I said, to hell with it, man. And I'm like, you know, I don't have the money that these other guys have with, you know, nice cars and this and that, but I can make mine look that way. And underneath, like if you put my car, like the retro, on a lift, oh God, it's greasy, it's nasty, it's horrible, but I don't give a shit about that. It's out of sight, out of mind. It's not a worry to me. See, people worry too much about shit that doesn't matter. And in my opinion, focus on what matters, which would be your reliability and whatever makes you happy, right? If the looks make you happy, if a big cam makes you happy or whatever, but don't be worried or ever ashamed about something not being completely finished out. You know what I mean? It's up to you. It's whatever you can tolerate. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with the world, and we kind of got on a kick with that and painted shit in the driveway and stuff like that. And,
you did good, man. That was one of them early videos. It was red. I forget what car it was.
Yeah.
Was that the retro? It was a retro.
Yeah. I painted the bumper, of
right there, like in front of the damn garage.
just to prove a point to people. I'm like, why do y'all care? Why do you care so much?
Right.
Why do you care? Because look, my car is going to be painted while your shit's sitting there and you're trying to pay $12,000 for a professional paint job. My shit, I'm going to be driving it. And
Right.
It's going to look good. So,
right. So I got a question for you, and then we'll start wrapping this up. Got one more. I don't know which one I want to say though. What combo do you think people regret building the most? I don't think there really is any though.
I'll tell you what I've seen the most of people regretting, and that is turbo.
That's for you, Chad. Go ahead and chime in, Chad. Go ahead. Sorry.
I would say turbo builds is what I've seen. I mean, it can be anything, right? But
I've
seen a lot of
turbo builds.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of turbo build guys like kind of get tired of it and regret it in a way because well, you know better than anybody. There's a lot of maintenance and stuff that goes with it.
Yes,
and a lot of heat and other stuff. And I've just noticed that as a trend. A few people that I've been around is like, man, I really just kind of want to go NA. So I've seen that and just overbuilding a car too.
Yes.
First off, you just got to understand what you want. Like you may want a rowdy, you may want Berger's car. You may think you want this car and it sounds so good. And it looks like he's having a blast with his hair flapping in the wind and burning gears. But brother,
come on, man.
You don't want that car. You think you do. You don't want that shit.
You know,
and
hey,
people go out and build shit like that. And then they realize, fuck, this is not what I want.
Yeah. LS swaps, yes. Most regret snowballed build where it got expensive really fast, and this goes with your intimidation of big inch Windsor builds. Mark's talking turbo builds, such a pain to work on an excessive heat build in the engine bay. Yep. Ben Thomas is like 460 big block. Boo.
Boo.
Regret when this build got out of hand and the car is too much for them. That's correct. Too small of a combo. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No, nothing.
My tuner says that the turbo build are most problematic. Always build some crap to deal with in the long run. Now, hold on a minute with the supercharger. Now, hold on a minute. I just got this message in Facebook literally 2 days ago, and I feel sorry for the guy, but he's shredding belts left and right. He's checked every tensioner. He's checked. So superchargers do have their issues too.
Oh, for sure. They do. I'll say if I had to pick a build, I know we're not done with this yet, but let me just say this. If I had to pick a build for somebody, and I still stand by this to this day, money-wise, cheap.
Come on.
It would be stock bottom end car with whatever aluminum heads you can get your hands on. I know I said go big heads earlier. I understand that, but whatever you can find, aftermarket heads, cheap, 165, SVE heads, whatever. A B303 cam will be fine, or either a trick flow stage 1 and a supercharger or a turbo. And there you go, guys. There's 500 to the wheels if you turn it up. You know that. I mean, you've proven that shit. There's 500 right there. We'll just call it 500 horsepower right there. And I think that's just a combo that you can absolutely get it with a turbo. You're going to struggle a little more with a supercharger, but yeah, man, it's a simple build.
And the nice thing about the max effort like Windsor strokers, the 393s and 408s that we talk about that we actually hear, you and I both actually own, is it requires a little less maintenance. It is what it is. It's compression. It's cubic inch. It's in compression. It's dialed again. You know what I mean? 460. I think we made 474. I'm pretty sure yours is easily 5. As fast as it goes. And
I think it's probably about around 470 to 5 to the wheel.
Yeah, and we have very similar combos when it comes to those engines. And I'm going to be honest with you. This is the reason why I wanted, we've done the GT40, the junkyard, the turbo, which we still have. We want the big inch Windsor all motor stuff that we're doing in the GT. And then, of course, we got this hot mess behind us. But point is, it's relatable to the content. And when we're talking about these builds, we're not telling you one thing's better than the other.
No,
it's like he just talked about. You got to
ever changing.
I
couldn't. Right now, my favorite build is the Gray Ghost. It's because that's what we're working on, and that's what I've been driving.
You said 2,700 pounds, man. I mean, I can't. I just don't understand.
I know. But then,
I don't understand how.
dude, look, the Gray Ghost is going to be pretty nasty for what it is. And I really, really, really think this car is going to turn some RPM, some serious freaking RPM with the limited travel lifters and all, and the good valve springs. And I just really think it's going to be rowdy, but I don't know yet. I put it to the floor like one time in first gear and it immediately bounced off the rev limiter, but that bitch sounded good. It was turned up. It's like, yeah. I was like, woo.
And Mark Savoya said, Lucifer, his 408s lasted 7 or 8 years. And this is one of the reasons why Windsor, and we talk about big inch Windsors, this is an example. Exactly. A 408 lasted 7 or 8 years, 550 wheel NA. We know how it makes 550. We watched it do it on the video.
Yeah.
Makes 700 plus in nitrous. Car runs freaking fives and stick shit. I mean, the car is badass. That's the type of stuff that we're talking about. Like, you can go one way with the stock block, stock bottom end, or the mild bolt-ons with the turbo, but understand that supercharger and turbos require some maintenance and some, constant tweaking. Whereas this is what we've done, what Mark's done with this car, what Doug's done with this car, what you've done with yours, and I've done with mine. Just badass big inch Windsors, carbureted or fuel injected, it doesn't matter. I love stuff like that. I think that's the sweet spot for a Foxbody. Is pretty much right at about 500.
You can do a lot with that if you're a good driver. You can do a lot with that.
You can do a lot with that shit. You can do it. And in 393, getting into the whole mechanical part, like the whole horsepower part, like a 393 can be done with stock rods on a Windsor if they're good. You can do a budget 385 crank like we've done with the 387, and you don't need super good pistons. Matter of fact, a 393 can use 30 over pistons from a 302.
Yep.
I said what I said.
Sure can.
So
sure can.
Yeah, let me throw that combo at you. Think about that. You got a 306 and you're tired of it, go find you a Windsor.
That's right.
You could use the pistons out of that 306 as long as you didn't melt them. As long as you ran the damn head gasket and didn't pinch a ring like we were just talking about. On the Windsor rods, buy yourself a cheap crankshaft, pay somebody to balance that shit, and now you got yourself a big inch Windsor.
Yep, for sure. And it's going to make power. They're going to make power. You just got to make sure you got enough head for that build. And there again, and that kind of goes back to why I was saying when I said about the 8.2 deck stuff. Go ahead and put a big ass head on it. Just do it.
Build into
because
it.
Those heads will transfer over to a 427 Windsor. You know what I mean? Like they bolt right up, and your camshaft as well. So, I really wish the intakes would fit, but
that is the biggest. Listen, I'm telling you, that is the biggest suck of them all.
But outside of that, though, and something else I wanted to mention, guys, don't be scared of solid roller camshafts.
No,
don't be scared of those. I don't know. I think it came from back in the day when, people didn't have roller rockers and didn't have girdles and things like that. They were always out of adjustment. Man, I've not had to adjust my shit one time.
I mean, he checks it.
I check it, but I honestly, I just listen to it. If it starts getting super,
you can hear it
chattery, then I know. But I don't really check that shit, honestly, man. I mean, and I drive the piss out of it. I drive it just like it's a hydraulic roller. Or these days you can just go limited travel, and they're basically a solid lifter as soon as you rev it. So
I like brutal. My favorite build is the one I'm working on currently. I love that.
Yeah,
Mark Turner, solid roller 427 here. Yeah,
Mark knows.
He drives it every day. He drives it all the time.
Yeah.
What did Budget Build say? What's the power difference between a 393 408? Not much. There is a little bit because there is a stroke difference. If I had to put a number on it, you can get a max effort 408 versus a max effort 393. We're talking maybe 8 to 10%, if that, maybe 5%. Torque's going to be similar, but horsepower is going to be a little bit different with the stroke. And of course, apples to apples, compression to compression, cylinder head. See what I mean? You can make a 393 more, make more power in a 408. You can make a 408 smoke a 393. So it just depends on how you build it. But regardless of how you're shaking, if you got yourself a 306 out there, you got some good pistons, just like we just talked about, 30 over, find yourself a standard board 351 and build yourself a 393. You can do that shit on the cheap.
Here's my opinion on it, and this is probably, again, very unpopular, but cubic inch is the king, right? We know that. So, in other words, if you take a 347 stroker with the, exact same setup as a 351, exact down to the same intake, obviously it's not the same intake, but same type of intake, same carburetor, same head, same cam, same everything. They're only going to be a few horsepower apart.
Yeah,
It's cubic inch. It's just cubic inch. Guys, look at the 305. Everybody ragged the 305 back in the day for not making power, right?
Right.
Well, they do. It's a 305 cubic inch engine. If you set it up properly, it's going to make the same freaking power as a 302. I mean, it's just that's just how this shit works. It's not going to matter. Cubic inch, when people say there's no replacement for displacement, that's what they're talking about. Your cubic inch is going to win out on horsepower if you build it correctly. There's not a point to where it's like, oh, it's a slug, heavy ass 460. It ain't gonna make no bullshit. It'll make power. I guarantee it. So,
okay,
easy power.
I'm gonna get in your feels here. You ready?
Yeah.
One more. I was gonna do it, but since Hanlon wanted to stick his nose in our chat. Do you think the modern swaps are the future, i.e. Coyote or Godzilla, or do you think it takes away the soul of the Foxbody?
I think it takes away the soul. Now, hear me out.
Okay.
Hear me out. Now, if you really want me to, if you want me to explain, and it's very simple.
That's a tough question.
It's not tough for me. First off, I will tell you that much respect for the Coyote platform. They're badass. But to me, it's like the RC car world, right? I can go over here and grab one of these RC cars right now, and I can go 120 mile an hour with this thing for about $400 worth of parts. So it's not impressive. Everybody else can too. Nowadays, the RC car world they're all electric now. They used to be gas powered back in the day, and they're just so easy to go fast. It's just not impressive anymore. But the old nitro stuff, to me, is more impressive to go out and build one of those to even run close to that. So here's my thing. Tell me what you got done to your Coyote, and I can tell you how much horsepower it makes.
Ooh, choose your words wisely, he says.
No, these are facts. What you got, an NA Coyote? I can pretty much tell you what it's going to make. It got a Whipple on it? What's it got this? How much boost? Like, I get it. I know what they're going to make, right? You don't know what my 393 is going to make, nor do you know what that 408 or whatever else is going to make, because this dude chose his cam, his heads, his compression, his quench, his intake, his carburetor, his EFI, his tune. No, you don't know. So when it comes down to it, yes, they make power. I respect that, but there's just no soul there in it. It's like, okay, you got a fast car.
You can make a mistake, but
it's the same as a Tesla. It's the same thing.
So as far as if I was going to throw my hat into the ring,
throw it in. I want like throw that bitch in there. Throw it in there. Let's hear it.
I'm Windsor for life.
So talk shit. So
listen, I'm trying to tell you, bro. Trying to tell you. I mean, we're running out of motors, man. I'm splitting too many over here. And as far as the soul is concerned, for me, what'd you put the mic down for?
I don't want to hear this Coyote talk. Don't you?
No, I'm not talking about Coyote. Sit back down.
Okay.
I'm just saying, for me, the soul of my Foxbody is 100% what we're building in that black GT with that chop. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that Coyote motor is not a bad bitch, because it is.
Oh, they tough. They tough.
I mean, they tough as hell. But like when it comes to straight soul of a Foxbody that I've been brought up on, you know what I'm saying? It's just a no-brainer that you see this Mustang, and you just love the sound of that.
Yeah.
That. Can't wait for that shit to come back. You know what I mean? For me, whatever.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. I mean, I think Coyote definitely is it's a lot better than an LS swap. Way better than LS
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I put them in the exact same category.
Really?
But that's just me. Yeah. Look, man, it's not about Ford, Chevrolet. It's not about any of that. It's the soul of it all. And when you can go pull an engine out of a pickup truck and throw it in a car, like where's the, and I'm not talking shit. Look, me and Hanlon have this conversation all the time, and he somewhat even agrees with me. But like, where's the soul of this? Where's the effort at, right?
Soul.
It all can't be easy. It all can't be. And they're fast. They really are. Now, I do respect what they are, and I really respect the ones that are out there really building the shit out of them and things like that. I do get that, but I like that mystique of you don't know what I built. You have no clue if my combination is going to make 300. Yeah, you don't know if my combination is going to make 300 horsepower or 500 or maybe 600.
He is definitely laying it out there right now. That's a question, man. That's a question right there. We're answering the hard ones. You know what I mean? I mean, if you want me to be honest, right? I caught so much shit from the Coyote guys that I'm giving it back. I went and bought a Coyote just to prove them all wrong, so they can't talk shit to me anymore. You know, and I bought that car for the sole purpose of outrunning it, and I am going to do it. And so far, it's not impressed me, except for, you know, roll racing in the street. Look, man, it is what it is. It's going to piss some people off, but I've had to hear this from Coyote guys for years now, so I'm just giving it back. It's not my thing, man. Yeah, you know, and it's going to be, this is, like I said, this is the type of conversation, because, you know, Neil will I'll bring you the hard questions. You know what I mean? And this is the type of question that I'd love to have Hanlon and Caleb, you know, hanging out with us in a live stream, just having some fun. And
Hanlon is chomping at the bit right
now. Oh, right now, he's like choosing.
He's so mad.
He's loading his trailer right now.
Oh, yeah.
Like right now. His trailer's loaded. He's already got the not MapQuest. Well, look at me. I'm from the 90s.
Oh, he printed it off?
He's already got the MapQuest printed off in color so he can make sure he gets the right stop signs. Man, we just having some fun, brother. We like
But hold on. So Hanlon's gonna say and spend $10K doing it too. Hold on, because I'm pretty sure that Whipple supercharger cost me about $12,000 on my car.
Jeez,
plus the fuel system, plus everything else. You'll have 15 grand in a Whipple E85 Coyote in just a blower and the fuel system. All right. You think I can't build a 393 or 408 for that?
427?
Absolutely, I can. With a little bit of skeet on it and get gone, baby. So
it's funny. You actually opened the glove box and said, "Look, the switch is off." Like you can't open it back up.
Well, Berger did.
I love it, though.
Yeah.
I was like,
all right. So I'll tell you what we'll do.
Okay, here we go.
All right. To do what Hanlon does, that he did the best thing he could do. Honestly, he did the right thing by putting a Coyote in that car to go fast at that level. Absolutely. And I respect him for that. And he's driving the shit out of that car. But when you start modifying them and you really want to go fast, that's where the gloves are off, dude. They're all about the same.
He's like, that's not going to keep up with that Yodi, bro. Okay. Oof.
Oh, really?
Oh,
really? Now,
where is this going to go down now again? Because I'm throwing my hat in the ring too. I got my black GT or the dad's car. What are we doing?
Yeah, it don't matter. It don't matter, bro. Whenever.
Hey, big shout to Maddie with the Capri.
Yeah.
Hanlon was
just down, baby.
Look, Hanlon was just telling me he's out here busting a mid-11s in that car right now, and he still ain't laid into it too much. So you remember that Capri that was on your video? That's a bad little bitch, man. You know, that's a 10-second street car possibly soon. And that's what we talk about on the channel, man. Yeah, I mean, front 100%. Seat, back seat, 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So anyway, we we're on our soapbox. We got 100 people listening to you.
Coyote. Yeah.
Listen, it all love.
I look, man. I'm gonna stand 10 toes down on this. You heard what you heard, but at the same time, I also own one.
We'll see you, Jimmer.
And I do like it.
Say again. I'm sorry. I just saying.
I said, and I do own one, and I do drive the hell out of it.
I got two of them back there on stands waiting to go in that. So
yeah. So I mean, I like them. But if you ask the question though, because it comes down to the soul of it, and now
the soul. That's a tough question, ain't it? That's like, ooh.
I mean, that's where it loses me. I have respect for them, but also have respect for the LS platform too. I mean, if you're
Absolutely. That
you know
LS
what I
is a
mean?
bad motor, bro. It's
Yeah.
always been a bad motor. I don't think it has. I mean, even in a Foxbody, it doesn't even really matter anymore. I don't even care. I mean, would I do it? No. We got Windsors. We got Coyotes. We got Godzillas now that they got their cam shit done. You know, those
we
Godzillas are
got
badass motors.
got the Godzilla. Well, here's the thing: like, if there's got to be a mutual respect between amongst all of us, because I respect the Coyotes for what they are, and you got to respect the push rods too, like because they still holding it down. They're supposed to be dinosaurs. What the hell happened? What?
See, can you see your chat?
No, what did they say?
Ben Thomas, Coyote is like a female powerlifting team, powerful but ugly. that's not nice, man.
Hey, I watched a bunch of damn WNBA players,
Yeah,
like professional players, get beat by middle schoolers.
No, when?
I swear to God, I watched that video today, and that's basically like Cody's. Look, man,
that's not nice.
Can I say something?
Sure.
So
you on your soapbox tonight? Damn it! You better keep some receipts.
Oh, I got. Hey, they can keep all the receipts they want to. It's all good. Look, racing a Coyote is like racing the Special Olympics.
No, don't go that far. We're gonna stop that. Nope. Don't even finish the. No, don't finish the sentence. Don't even finish.
What do you?
Don't even finish the sentence. No, we're done. We're done. No, you're cut off. Hey, we're cut. So somebody cut his mic off. Nah.
So.
Anyway, speaking of Sorrel, it's the reason I chose centrifugal over turbo. Sound is so much to do the character of the car. Yeah, I mean, I get it. That's what we talk about with the soul of the car.
Yeah,
and to be honest with you guys, and he's definitely not hating on the whole Coyote engine stuff. I mean, there's a love lost. I mean, I don't think you are. I think you wouldn't have a Coyote in your driveway if you was hating on him. But
a little, but not as much as people. Not.
But you can build them. It's some people. One of the ways that you can get away from having to be intimidated about like the 351 Windsors and the builds like that is is putting a Coyote in a Foxbody. And it's just one of the many things that you can do.
Yeah,
with
it's true. And I have to agree with that. For some people, it just makes more sense to put a Coyote in one. I mean,
that's correct.
Like look at Caleb's car. Well, actually, I'll go back to the way Caleb's car used to be when I first drove it back in like 2020 or whenever it was. I can't even remember. Whenever it was, I drove that car. That was perfect, man. That was a fun car. It was reliable. And now it makes so much power, it's like you can't even use it on the street, But that was a fun car, and I get it. I do understand it with people. It's just I have an argument against them as well, just like people do with the push rod stuff. I can argue the same thing with the Coyotes. Now, with that being said, I have a '67 Mercury Monterey, and if I put any engine in that car, if that engine comes out, I'm putting a Coyote in it. Yeah, that would be freaking money. You know what I mean? Like that fits that build, and yes. I think that would be awesome.
Yes, and I agree. I mean, I got a Mustang one, I got a truck one, and 1000%. I think I need a Coyote build on my channel at some point. I'm going to put one on my channel, and I think that I want to learn that engine. I mean, the 393 is still going to be badass. The 363 turbo is going to be badass. The 427, I'm a Windsor guy, but I would like to learn that platform, how to build it and take it apart and stuff like that. That's where I'm most curious at,
Oh yeah, for sure. My battery's about to die. Well,
that's all right.
Hanlon said that don't let him fool you. He drives it all the time. And I do. I drive the Coyote a lot, and that's honestly just because my other cars are too loud in the morning when I wake up. So
he's got to push that shit out the driveway.
Yeah, it's I live in a neighborhood, and at 4:50 in the morning, you're firing something up with a big cam. It doesn't set too well, so I can close down the exhaust on the Coyote and drive it. I actually haven't driven it lately. I've been driving my truck, But I do like them though. I
Yeah.
think they belong like in the S550, S650, S197. They fit that car, that platform. Like I love it. I would never take
See,
one out
Martin.
and put a push rod in it.
No,
You know what I
right,
mean?
right.
I would never do that. So they belong in those cars, and I respect the hell out of them. And and you better be ready if you rolled up beside one. That's all I got to say.
That's for sure.
Way
I mean, I
back.
would definitely like they were talking about. Don't forget, Pimp was talking about. Don't forget about the Godzilla. I'm going to be honest with you. If I had Godzilla sitting back there, that's there's going to be one or the other. I got to learn them both because I want to learn the Coyote inside and out, and I want to learn the Godzilla inside and out. I mean, I know my Windsor stuff, and we're going to build them so they last, and we're going to have fun with them and still create content. But eventually, I want to learn those two engines just because. Yeah. Godzilla probably. I kind of prefer Godzilla more than any of it, really, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think it's kind of weird, man. Like if right now, if I had to build one of the two, I would build a Coyote because they're proven, right? We know what to do to them. We know how to make power. They're just now starting to really make power with the Godzilla
really crazy
stuff. So I think the Coyote it really kind of is the ultimate engine. It is. I mean, and look, man, I respect Ford. I mean, look, dude, they are dominating right now and dominating everything with the Coyote.
Now, I was just going to say that. I was just going to say you could talk all the shit you want about Yotes and Godzillas and Windsor versus this, that, and the other.
Yeah,
but I mean, the Ford platform itself is just doing absolute amazing things with these engines. All generations of them. It's crazy.
And isn't it crazy that Ford's always done it with less? They've done more with less cubic inches, and it's just always kind of been the case for the most part. I mean, there's obviously some trade-offs here or there, but I think it's awesome that's just a 302. That is literally a 5.0, a 302 making all that power. They're awesome, man. But I stand behind what I said earlier. So
yep. So anyways, we got a hat or a shirt to give away. So I'm going to write that down real quick. And we're going to do a banner real quick, too. And I got a good question for y'all. So you might even know this. We're going to do a McLeod banner. And since we hit our super chat, I appreciate the guys in super chat. G Gale, American Gearhead, Blucifer, HLR, and Budget Dom. I appreciate you guys. Shelby County, Simon, appreciate you guys for tapping in on that. Can you hear me? You good? So I wrote the answer down right here. I hope that nobody see it. Can you hear me, Brutal? Hello? Oh. Oh, there it is. Here we go. We're good. All right. So this is for a hat or shirt. So like I said, I appreciate the guys that super chatted us up. So for the hat or shirt, this is the answer, or this is the question.
Yeah, give us the answer.
Yeah, as far as this is for you engine guys. I got the answer wrote down here. I'm looking for a very specific answer, and it's gonna now explain why. For a hat and or a shirt, what in 93, 94, 95, there was the Cobra GT40 cylinder head. 96 and above was the Explorer cylinder head. What is the difference between the two? What is the difference between a 93 Cobra 3-bar GT40 head and a 96 3-bar GT40 head from an Explorer?
Don't ask me. I can't see the chat anymore. Oh, yeah, I can.
There it is.
Somebody get it?
And I'm making sure that Gibbons didn't. I don't think he said it before. It's smog is what I was looking for. But I think Gen 9 C Fit 500.
Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly what is he say smog?
Yeah, I'm looking back through it just to make sure.
That's what I had wrote down.
Yep.
And is he the first one?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, so in my travels with GT40 3-bar cylinder heads, the GT40 Cobra 93, 94, 95, and the Lightning specific had the thermactor / smog port on the back that was tapped and drilled for the crossover tube. On the 96 and 97 and a half, because they stopped making them 97 and a half, the 3-bar Explorer head, which both of these heads are highly sought after, did not have that crossover tube on the back. So I was just talking about the Explorer 3-bar cylinder head. What was the difference between the Cobra and that was the difference between the Explorer 3-bar? So congrats to Gen 9 C500. That's exactly what I wrote down was the smog. The reason was that I'm pretty sure that this system from 93 and a Foxbody, that was internally smogged, and the Explorer had a different smog system. So for whatever reason, F3ZC was F3ZZ, F3ZE. There was like literally very little difference between. What are you laughing about?
Handling, man.
Is he still going, bro?
He's still going. He said it's all cast iron boat anchor stuff.
You guys understand why we get on him with this Windsor stuff.
See, no, y'all don't understand the shit we have to deal with. Y'all don't know. Yeah.
So congratulations. So
congratulations.
Gen 9, go ahead. It's Neomustangs at Hotmail. Go to Go to the website, neomustangs.com. Take a screenshot of the size and the color of whatever hat or shirt that you want, and we'll get it shipped out to you. So I need what most people do is just go on the mobile, neomustangs.com, on their mobile. They'll go to the shirt or hat or whatever, screenshot it, and they'll just email it to me with their name and address. That's the easiest way to do that, brother. I think Brutal loses sleep over Hanlon. What the fuck?
They asking about my socks again, bro? You ain't from my time. If you got asked about these socks, you ain't from mine and Neo's.
You keeping them legs warm? I know they're skinny, ain't they?
Skinny?
You got skinny. I'm just kidding, man.
Neo, let me tell you something. I'm about tired.
Here we go. Tired of what, son?
I'm tired of you picking on me.
I ain't picking on you, damn it.
I'm sick of it. Y'all see what I got to deal with.
Yeah, right. We just you should see we just cut up when we at these damn shows. That's why y'all got to come to these shows that we all go to. We're different.
oh shit! Hold on. Can I show them my new shirt design?
Yeah, man. Come on.
I'm excited. My wife won't put it up there. I tried to tell her. I'm like, hey, put the shirt up. You know. She could be mad. I didn't say that. All right. I got to show y'all this shit. This shit's so clean. Hold on. Let me get it. How do I turn this shit around? Oh, man, it's going to be backwards.
So
it's all good.
What you got?
Let me see.
In carbs we trust, of course. That's actually pretty badass, bro. That's pretty bad.
Y'all gonna buy one if I post them up?
Let's go. Where's it at? Drag swag?
Yeah, man, on drag swag and carbs we trust, baby, with a Dominator in his hand.
Okay. Well, you already got one guy sold over here.
Hell yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I'll probably post those up tomorrow. I get bored and I design shirts, and trust me, guys, there's a lot of freaking leg work that went into that because. Yeah, I worked on that thing for about 8 hours a day, and I was like, yes, that's it. That's money. I can see it right there. Anyway, with that being said, Neil, I got to go to bed.
You looked at your AI, and you were like, make me a carb shirt. Shut up.
I did. And it looked like shit. And then I'm having to take it to Photoshop, and I'm having to tweak it. And I had to take the air bleeds. I had to make the freaking air bleeds in the carburetor because they were like, there was like 20 of them. And they were all crooked. So then I had to change all the wording.
Hey, there's a good one. Guy just mentioned in chat. Carb on a coyote. Would that equal some soul?
Actually, yeah, that'd be cool. Well, look, if you do anything to it other than drop it in there and tune it on E85, I would be impressed.
Oh my God.
Because that seems to be what everybody does.
Like, I don't. AI is the Yodi of the internet. Oh boy. Yeah. You guys are letting it fly today.
Hey, look, I mean, we set the tone, right? We said, hey, we're here to joke and cut up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. Neo don't like whenever we take over his live stream.
No, you ain't taking shit over, number one. Number two, you know, I love y'all anyway. We all good. We all good.
Neo gets mad.
I get mad. Does it look like I'm mad?
Yeah. You like y'all bowed up, want to fight and shit.
What?
That's just how you look.
That's what Hanlon look like right now. He loading the trailer still. He loading the trailer. His ass is on his way.
I bet you Zacchaeus is he's lit, boy, right now. Zacchaeus is hot.
Anyway, we got to do a banner real quick. Same thing. Hashtag McLeod. If you guys want to be in on the banner, we'll skip through that real quick and make a winner. What you laughing about? Tell the kid his pop card is ready. Who's Amy? What the Amy?
Dude's got Larry Bird rookie card in his top drawer. Oh my God! I had those socks in the '80s. Yes, exactly. Hey, I love That's it, the point. I love
it, all right, so big shout out to Bob Side at McLeod. Thank you guys for the banner. We're gonna do hashtag McLeod. And we'll spin the Destiny thing, whatever. I like the trivia though. The trivia is my favorite.
Yeah.
Do you talk that much about Yodis on your live stream?
No.
Why?
I really just don't. I don't want to get started on them. I don't want to get started.
What got you off?
We don't usually talk that much about coyotes and stuff.
No.
You know, Hanlon ruined it for me.
Why?
Actually, hold on. Let me reword that. He ruined it for me. He ruined it. The whole coyote thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because he runs his mouth too much.
Oh, Jesus.
So, he's the one that made me hate him. So now I hate them when they stink.
Man. You'll make everybody not want to put a coyote in their Foxbody.
Don't. Please don't. I mean, go build something with your own hands.
That's not nice.
It sure is.
Have you been drinking?
No.
He said he won't be drinking.
I had one beer. That's it. I'm just look.
Is this not for 10 minutes?
You told me. You said, "Hey, we need to. These are the conversations they need to hear." I'm trying to have this conversation.
Yeah, I mean, I like to talk about things that are going on in the community, in the car world. You know, be real about it. You know, I like to have structure. We did some good structure in the live stream.
You had structure.
I know. Until Hanlon came in here.
Yeah. See, it's his fault.
It's his fault. Bob Barker, sponsored by Nike. That's what he said to you.
Just for the record, I feel like we got to say this every time. Hanlon's like our brother. He's family. We love this dude to death, man. We are literally just talking shit. But I mean, I still feel the same way.
It's like playing basketball with your, was you easy on your friends when you were playing basketball? No, that shit was like jungle ball.
No,
like why'd you elbow me, bro? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh man, get out of my way.
What's Hanlon talking about? And the kid be like Nike, yoke swap it, just do it. No. Don't do it. Don't do it. Guys, it's a trap.
It's a
I'm
trap.
Telling you, it's a trap. It's 100% a trap.
Get out of the paint. That's right.
Yeah.
So I don't have a whole lot of hashtag McLeod, so hashtag Bob Barker. I'm just gonna kind of I'm just gonna kind of go.
Hold on, I'll give you some Bob Barker.
We're gonna pick one. I'm gonna try my best here, fellas.
Now, this is my Bob Barker mic.
Your Bob what? Your Bob Barker mic?
Yeah, that's what they're talking about. Hanlon started that. You know how Bob Barker had the long mic, and he
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what he. I just like the mic, man. I don't know. Hashtag Larry Bird. Y'all better pick something.
I'm just gonna pick one real quick here because I don't know.
Yeah.
Wrong one. That's a wrong one. It wasn't the hashtag.
Yeah. Bob.
Slow ST. There you go. Congratulations on the McLeod. I signed it for you. So, Neomustangs.
Congratulations, bro.
Congratulations. So, Neomustangs at Hotmail, send me your address and I will ship this out to you, brother. It was good.
Yeah.
It was good there. Anyway, about 2 hours in, but it's 11 o'clock and my ass about to pass out.
Yeah. I got to go to bed.
So, what we got coming up this week for you, real quick?
What we got coming up this week will be
big day tomorrow.
It'll be a big day tomorrow. We'll be giving the SN away. And then we've got the clutch for the Gray Ghost. And then we're going to take it out and beat the shit out of it.
Okay, clutch. You say what clutch is in that?
So we will be running, got this through Hanlon Motorsports. Imagine that. I actually had to buy it. So,
damn
that.
Damn.
So, yeah, he wouldn't get it. I tried. He was like, no, you got to buy it. Shit.
Tomorrow's SN giveaway, yes.
Yeah.
Patreon/brutal.
Yes, Patreon/brutal. Go there, sign up. But we got a Ram Power Grip HD coming for this car. So, and that's a little lighter. We had a Vengeance clutch, which I like. It's a really good clutch, but it's a little heavy. Papa T's had both knees replaced, and it's not that he can't drive it, but it's going to be a little uncomfortable. And the Ram HD is actually a little less. So that's going to be perfect for this car. This car is not going to make any crazy horsepower or anything, so that single disc will be just fine.
I mean, we run a Ram Power Grip just to go, and it's a 10-spine in Dad's car, and it made, what was it, 460 to the wheels, and had a little bit more in it in Tennessee, so we ended up breaking shit, but
it was 500 in Tennessee.
It was probably close. I mean, we were going to run we were trying to get 689, 692 or some shit, but it is what it is. But the Power Grip's a badass clutch. When you're looking for a single disc, I mean, I run my McLeod RXTs, but when you're running, between 300 and maybe 500-ish,
yep,
that's a really 100%. Good clutch. I used to run Center Forces. I don't mind them. Not really my thing anymore. I like their disc a lot. I put that in a Spec 3 Plus and ran it for years. Matter of fact, that's what we're doing,
dude,
with this G-Force.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. People hated on Spec. I loved my Spec Stage 3.
It's got great pedal feel.
I loved it. I had it in my Terminator. It was making 622 to the wheels back in the day, and I had no trouble out of that.
I don't like their puck style, so we kind of did a hybrid clutch. We did a Spec 3 Plus, and then we did a Center Force disc, and it worked.
Yeah, that puck style is a little grabby for sure.
Yeah.
So I agree with that. 100%.
But you got to give away. I think we're going to be putting a G-Force trans together this week, and then we're going to get it in the car and make some hits when it stops raining around here. So what happened? Hello? I think he went out. Neo, did they make a Cobra with T-tops? No. Infamous though, Chris did transition one over. Went 590s with it. Power Grip's a badass bitch. It's a badass. Yeah. All right. I don't know if he's coming back, but I'll watch in the basement here to make sure to see if he's coming back. But I want to phone die. I appreciate you, Brutal, for stopping in, guys. Get a chance, go over and you haven't followed his channel already. I don't know why. I mean, he's been doing this stuff for a long time with us. Make sure you go check out his channel if you haven't already. If you're new to his, Brutal Foxcast. Brutal Foxbody, Brutal channel. Head over to his Patreon. He's giving away the SN95. You could win that thing for $20. You could win it for $500 and get more chances at winning it. But appreciate you, buddy. I love you. I'll see you soon. I'll talk to you probably tomorrow. I'm going to try to be as present as I can for the giveaway. I would like to check that out. But if you guys got any more questions, we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. I thought it was a great live stream. A lot of, from mild to wild, fellas. You build the car the way you want to build the car. You want to build a 306. You want to build a stock bottom end 302 turbo. I'm never going to influence you one way or the other. You build your vision the way you want to build your vision. I'm going to tell you right now, you stick one of them turbo kits on there, and even on a stock engine, you're going to have miles per gallon for a long time. There'll be a little bit of maintenance, but you don't want to build a big-ass cam chop motor like we got going back in the black car, sound like a set of artillery cannons. And that'd be your thing. You just understand that, it's going to take a little bit of planning and it's going to take some machine work. But regardless of what you do with your car, build the car the way you want to build your car. Who gives a shit what they say about your car? And who gives a shit what they think about your car? Who gives a shit the way that you build it? You build it the way you want to build it. You know what I mean? And whether it's Yodi or Godzilla, hell, I don't even care. LS, I don't care. Just build your car, enjoy your car, get out in the garage and get your shit off the jack stands. That's really what we talk about the most. In the end, all bullshit aside, the garage is therapy. It's tough with life, with budgeting time, money, and family. And we all know that that's a struggle. And I love y'all, and I appreciate. I wouldn't be here without you. And if you're watching from, afterwards, we like to have fun in live chat, and we definitely, smoke and joke quite a bit, and we give Hamlin a lot of shit, but we love him, and I appreciate Brutal for stopping in and having a good time with us tonight. So, anyways. Outside of that, we got, like I said, we're going to be building a 500 horsepower T5 with some cool ass parts this week, and we are going to beat the shit out of that thing. I heard you can't break it, so we're about to find out. But anyways, long story short, if you haven't already checked out the join button, become a member. We got, like I said, we got a couple videos coming up, but I appreciate everybody for stopping in on the JACKSTAND Church Sunday. Went a couple hours. I'm really excited. We actually went like 2 hours and 11 minutes, and we were still going. So appreciate y'all. Have a good week. Keep the car straight. Love y'all. See you soon.